Hi guys, welcome back to Angelic Tarot and Therapy. I am Kat and I am here to do your weekly live show. If you have questions for the Archangels, please feel free to chat in your question. If you are a little shy, you can message me directly with your question or concern, and I'm more than happy to take those requests as well. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get going here. If you've never seen my show before, we're going to do a very, very quick general reading for everybody, okay? And then after that, then I'll start taking your questions for the Archangels live. If you ask me to pull a card for you, and I told you I would, that will come after the general reading. So I'm going to go ahead and get going here for you. Ooh, hello. All right. Okay. And I'm going to have to turn my phone down. Y'all know how we do this. Every single time I forget. Okay. Here we go. We're going to share it to my Facebook page. Because for some reason, if I don't do that, it's like everybody forgets that we're here for a second. Okay, here we go. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Okay, and it's all shared to Facebook. All right, there we are. All right, and it is so good to see everybody here today. All right. There we go. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do our general reading. And if you are watching and you want to just say hi, you're more than welcome to do that. You don't actually have to have a question. And what I've learned is when you go to the live show, it's going to say top chat right here. And if you click that, it will allow you to type in your comment. Okay. All right. And I did not know that getting started. I really did not. I married my tech support. That is a true story. Okay. Matter of fact, he's the reason that we're up and running today. So everybody say thank you, Caleb. All right. Here we go. We're going to do a general reading. Okay. All right. So our general reading for today, our current situation. The current situation is the 10 of Earth or the 10 of Pentacles, right? Or the 10 of Coins. This is financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. This is where it feels like you've got all of your ducks in a row in the real world. Okay. Now, me personally, I don't typically have ducks. I have squirrels and they don't listen. So if you've managed to get all of your ducks in a row, kudos to you on that. Oh, hi, Miss Mary. Okay, and then we've got the crossing energy, which is justice. Justice. Okay, so this is where you feel as though you have all of your ducks in a row. And this is saying, do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs, fair and just decisions, justice falling on the rightful side. So this is kind of the lull before the storm. This is where all of the ideas and insights and all the happy moments are here right now. And enjoy it while it's here. Because in about 2, maybe 3 days, we have an astrological conjumblement, I'm going to call it. And basically, we're dealing with a few things in Scorpio. And Scorpio is great, but it's Scorpio likes to look at stuff under a microscope and say, okay, you haven't dealt with this. I understand that you have desires. I understand that you want to manifest things. But if you don't take care of this mess right here that you keep shoving under the bed, we are not going to be having a good day. And that's Scorpio's job. So just understand that that is coming like midweek. Okay, midweek, that's when it happens. All right. Okay. And then the basis of the situation, we are moving. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip, going to the pumpkin patch, that kind of thing, right? Okay. Like I said, inspiring ideas. Matter of fact, this weekend is the best energy to figure out what you are going to be doing as far as a Halloween costume. I'm just going to throw that out there. This is the absolute best time to figure that out. The creative energy is just pow right now. Okay. But up and coming, Scorpio is going to take over the situation, and it's, you know, under a microscope. Okay. So again, enjoy it while it's here. All right. And then behind us, this has either just happened or it is about to be happening. And we have awakening, or the Hanged Man. And I think that's very, very fitting for what we just said. This is looking at things from a different perspective. It's a temporary standstill, a temporary pause before making an action or a decision. Okay. It's also important to be yourself no matter what. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. It is important right now to be yourself no matter what. Okay? Okay. And then the crowning thought, this is why it's so imperative for you to be you and nobody else. Okay? The reason it's so important for you to be you is you have resources and ability to manifest them. Life is magical. This is your crowning thought. This is the Magician. The Magician indicates that you have every capability of making things happen, that you are a manifesting master. It is 1010% up to you. Let's get our head on straight. Let's start focusing in. Okay? Okay. And then we've got the Eight of Air, or the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is where you feel as though you are trapped. It is a false sense of entrapment. You are trapped in your own head. Okay? You're unsure of yourself. You're stuck in your own head. A lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Sound familiar? Okay. All right. So the beginning, we're talking about how life is great, right? Justice fell on the rightful side. Everything's going into balance. We got this thing. All of our ducks are all nice and in a row. We're taking trips to the pumpkin patch. We're figuring out what we want to be for Halloween. And then all of a sudden, here comes the Scorpio energy and just says, oh, by the way, by the way, since you've got all this going on, we're just going to take a look real quick. And there's a page that I subscribe to, and it helps so much understanding this whole thing. And I'm going to find it for you. Give me 1 second, because I'm going to share this with you, and I will put this in the comments for you as well, because this is just absolutely phenomenal. I love the way that these things are worded. And Mary and I both, share an affinity for those that know what they're talking about as far as the astrological is concerned. And this guy, his name is Storm. And Storm hits it right on the nail head. And I mean right on the nail head. So I'm going to pull this up for you because I want you guys to hear this, like how it's worded via Storm here. Just going to refresh the page because Lord knows when I've got 18 other things going on at the same time, sometimes. Okay. There it is. Okay, so Storm, he says, Venus trines Neptune's sun enters Scorpio. Beginning of the week, love, creativity shine bright like a candle. Midweek, undesired surprises and inconveniences. And by the end of the week, begin purging unnecessary attachments and prepare for new beginnings. Now, some of you are just sitting there going, oh, man. But again, guys, a new beginning. A new beginning. There are so many different facets and different things that you're not looking at. You know, it doesn't have to be the same situation. And if it is the same situation, then for goodness sakes, get rid of all those things that you were supposed to get rid of the first time. Do it right. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go back to my screen here. There we are. Okay. So there's that. And then your hopes and fears category, we've got the wheel. And the wheel is that basically it's a time of positive change. So that's what you're hoping for. And the situation suddenly moves forward. It's kind of like where you were at a standstill, a complete standstill, and then it lunged forward, right? Okay. And then now fortune is on your side. But in order for it to be on your side, you have got to get rid of the clutter. We got to get all that crap out of the way. Okay, this is why we're tripping over stuff. This is why. You got to get rid of that. So today is all about love and creativity and light and happiness. We got all of our ducks in a row. By the end of the week, they're saying now that you've enjoyed yourself a little bit, let's get back to work. Let's purge this nasty stuff that's all over the place. Can we get rid of the cobwebs? We've had this thing since 1982. Let's do something about that. That is what I'm talking about. Okay? All right. Seriously, the current environmental influence is 13, which is the death card or the release card. This is the end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation. It is time to move on. Okay? Stop looking backwards. You ain't going that way. What is best for us? Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, pretending that there's no problem. This right here, this is why we're purging things. The very, very best thing for us to do is to understand that in the eyes of the universe, no decision is still a decision. Okay? No decision is still a decision. Okay? And then, up and coming, this is our final outcome for this reading. We have the need to balance our emotions. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative, falling in love. Okay? So this is not saying it's a bad thing. It's saying, look, if you want to move up a level, if you want to fall in love with who you are, if you want to move forward in your life, you have got to let this stuff go. Okay? And Scorpio is a big fat water sign. That's right. Okay? All right. And it tends to run deep. Like Scorpio is all about I desire. So it runs really deep. All right? Really deep. So this is not just a let's scratch the surface and clear the dust off the tables and stuff. No, no. This is break out the big guns. This is break out the power washer. Okay, we need to get rid of this stuff. We got to get rid of this stuff, guys. Okay? You're being held back because you're holding on to everything. Okay? There it is. Death card is associated with sign of Scorpio too. Yes, it most certainly is, Mary. Yes, it is. Like I said, this is our environmental influence and what's coming our way right this very minute. Yep, that's it. So that right there, guys, they're saying, look, you have got to get rid of this clutter. Please. please get rid of the clutter. Okay? You can enjoy yourself. Life is going to continue to move, but it's going to move a whole hell of a lot more smoothly if you get rid of the clutter. Okay? All right. And what is one of the very best ways to get rid of clutter? Anybody? How about we call in some prosperity? How about we call in some prosperity today? Okay. And not to worry, guys, I will be doing another general reading later on the show. So if this one didn't really mesh up or you weren't quite sure, another one is going to be done later on in the show. Okay. But right now, guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? I need you to go get your bills. Go get your bills. If you don't have them handy, just envision what your bills usually run you a month, the amount, okay? Have that number in your head, okay? All right. So you got that number in your head. We're going to focus in, okay? And what I want you to do is we're going to cleanse ourselves. I'm going to help you start this purging process. I'm being led very, very strongly to do that right now. So what we're going to do, we are going to imagine that this entire space, the entire space that you are in, everybody under the sound of my voice, the entire space that you are in is being flooded with white healing light. White, cleansing, healing, angelic light that is just washing over everything. Washing over you, the furniture, the walls, the floor, the dog, everything. Okay? And as it starts to fill the room, it's almost like you can breathe it in. It's a mist. And we're going to breathe that in all the way down to our toes. And out. I want you to bring your hands into your heart chakra. Imagine that as you breathe in, it is glowing a vibrant and healing, radiant green. Allow it to fill you. Allow it to connect to the energy of everyone watching and who will ever see this. And I want you to think, it's not my money. It's not my bills. It's not my things. It's not my mortgage. It's not my job. Everybody of one mind right now. Good. Now that everybody's on the same page, here we go. And I'm going to read a line, and then y'all are going to repeat the line after me, okay? All right. I am a child of the divine, a servant of the Most High. I am blessed and highly favored. Everything I put my hands to will prosper. For money is nothing more than energy, which can neither be created or destroyed, but by the will and perfect timing of the divine, can only change form. Fear has no place in my heart, no place in my home, and no place in my finances. For I have not been given a spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. Blessed is the work of my hands. The love that I pour out in faith, it will not come back to me void, but tenfold, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. I claim abundance right now. I speak bills paid. I speak debts canceled. All our needs are met and more. Abundance is mine. Prosperity is mine. This is what was promised. In faith, I speak it. And so it is. And everybody said amen. Whew. For those of you that have never seen this show before, Archangel Ariel, she is an adversary of prosperity for those in need. And these are the very words that she speaks to the universe, God, the divine, whatever you want to call it, on your behalf. The only difference is that with this, you just said it on your own behalf. Okay? All right. Okay, and Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, I did not forget you, darling. Miss Jackie, I did not forget you. We've got your card right here. Miss Jackie Hughes, here we go. We have follow your own good advice. Trust yourself and know what is best for you. And I'm going to read this. Hello. Hi there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you would like me to pull a card for you, just let me know, okay? And we are going to be doing another general reading here in just a few minutes. And if you missed the prosperity blessing, please know I do play this afterwards. I do have it up to watch whenever you want. And you are more than welcome to use that, okay? All right, so Miss Jackie Hughes, trust yourself and know what is best for you. Come, there's no use in crying like that, said Alice to herself rather sharply. I advise you to leave off this minute. She generally gave herself very good advice, though she very seldom followed it. There are times when we become overwhelmed and begin to feel as if we would be nothing better at all than to collapse, cry, and turn in on ourselves, particularly if we have made an error of judgment. This is understandable, and we must be permitted to express who we are and how we feel. However, once Alice has cried about a seemingly unsolvable situation, about forgetting something very important, she tells herself that to continue to cry will have no use. This stern command to her emotions brings her back to a place where she can contemplate what's best to be done next. Anytime you make a mistake, it can be helpful to grieve a little for the difficulty you've created, but once you've done this, continuing with the sadness serves no real purpose. It's best to follow Alice's example. Cry, then stop, and follow your own good advice and your own good sense. Harsh self-judgment for a mistake or an error made. Unmet personal expectation causing inconsolable sadness. A reminder to detach, find clarity, and follow your personal internal guidance system, which has some very practical solutions. So what this is saying, Miss Jackie, is that you already know what to do. Mistakes might have been made, but crying over them is not going to change anything. Okay? Not going to change one thing. So the only thing to do is to allow yourself to, mourn that which you've lost and then move forward. Okay? Crying over spilt milk does not put the milk back in the cup. Okay? All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And, you are more than welcome. Everybody is welcome here. If you'd like me to pull a card for you, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do that for you. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to proactively do that. Okay? I'm just going to proactively grab a card here for you. If you guys are interested, I do the weekly Outlook video on Monday. Thursday is our pick a card video. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be doing a few special things, but Halloween is going to be a very, very special day. So Halloween, once I have my schedule all mapped out, I will post about it on my page and let you guys know what time we're going to be getting together to do our own readings and everything, and what to basically what to look forward to after Samhain this year. So here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, I like that. Yes. Thank you. All right. And Amor, it's nature communication. This is natural energies, fairy energies, and elemental messengers. So, Amor, you are very, very much getting a lot of communication right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the book for you because she words it so much better than I could ever even attempt to do. Oh, Tiger Lily, said Alice, addressing herself to one that was waving gracefully about in the wind. I wish you could talk. We can talk, said the Tiger Lily, when there's anybody worth talking to. With this card, Alice thinks that because the flowers are, well, flowers, that they can't speak, reason, or communicate. They're not like her, and therefore she thinks that they can't ever understand or connect with her. Alice assumes the same applies in the opposite direction, but to her surprise, the flowers in the world through the looking glass can speak. And they're very critical, very picky, and very aware of their choices. Alice then realizes that the flowers have recognized her as someone worth talking to. Perhaps because she has praised their beauty and simply wished to be able to communicate. Be a person worth communicating with. Open your heart and mind and express your desire. In that way, new bonds and cords of understanding can grow between the human world and the wonders all about us. You are being asked not to make assumptions. Be open to possibilities that seem to be outside rational expectation. Attempts to communicate with beings from other realms, within nature, spirit planes, or even just humans, there is no chance of speaking to or being understood by. Be open and express the desire for that communication. Be more lateral and less literal about the ways communication can take place. Be a being worth communicating with. This will go very, very far. And Amor, that is what they're sharing with you. Well, hi, Laura Flick. Hi. So good to see you. Yep. And Amor, that's what they're saying, is that you are being asked to step outside your comfort zone. There are elemental beings and fairies and nature spirits and sprites and different things that have tried to communicate with you. It's not always who you think it is. So that is your card for the day. That is nature communication. And this is from Alice, the Wonderland Oracle. And I absolutely love these. This is, I am so sorry, you I swear, every time I do a show, it's like every majorly loud vehicle decides to pass by my window at that moment. Meanwhile, it was quiet before I even started. So, but this is from Lucy Cividence, Cavendish. If I could talk today. It's Lucy Cavendish, her Alice the Wonderland Oracle, and you got number 37, which is nature communication. Okay, there it is. Hi, Bree. Hello. Okay, and yes, I am definitely going to pick one for you, Miss Laura. And I hope that you guys are friends with Miss Laura on Facebook, because she posted just about the cutest picture of Macy ever. She is sitting in the pumpkin patch, just absolutely adorable as always. All right, and Miss Laura, you have number 11, which is changed in the night. You have changed quickly, which means all those things that you've been working on finally came into fruition, I'm pretty sure. Yes, she is so stinking cute. I think my head exploded into candy like 5 times just looking at the pictures. So, Miss Laura, you got changed in the night. And she says, dear, how queer everything is today. And yesterday things were just as usual. I wonder if I've been changed in the night. Sometimes we change really slowly. A little change here, a small adjustment there, tiny shifts day by day, and over time we grow into very different versions of ourselves. However, there are other times we feel as if we've changed in the night. Our day might suddenly, without any warning at all, be very queer indeed. For Alice, and perhaps for you, when you receive this card, there's a sense that so much has changed in an instant, and that the world has quite suddenly been turned upside down or right side up, and we have not had a moment to grow used to this new reality. So this is sudden, unexpected change, a shock, unexpected news, adjusting to new situations, finding out more about who you are on a personal level, inexperience and uncertainty, an identity crisis due to changed circumstances. So they are very, very adamant, Miss Laura, about you changing, and they're very excited about you changing. This isn't a bad thing. This isn't where they're like, uh-oh. You know, it's one of those where like, huh, look at her go. You know what I mean? Okay. Hi, absolutely. You guys are so welcome. Okay, so Bree and Jenny Smith, and then Miss Mary. Okay, where am I going, gang? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Bree, honey, we're going to get yours, and then I'm going to do your mom's, Jenny Smith, and then I will, hello, y'all see that? Okay. I can't make this up. This is just there you are. You are so welcome, honey. All right. And thanks, guys, for joining me today. I really appreciate that. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming your way. All right, here we go. All right, so Bree, honey, rose quartz. Rose quartz is about love, unconditional love, and self-acceptance, and this is of yourself. Okay? The reason that you feel the way that you do is because you still haven't accepted you for who you are, and you need to love yourself unconditionally. Okay? Allow yourself to be fallible. Okay? That's not a license to be a jackass. That's just saying if I make a mistake, I'll own up to it. Okay? That's all. And then we have azurite. Deep emotional healing. I'm telling you, I can't make this up. Okay. Your heart is ready to heal from the past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. Bree, sweetheart, the best time for you to do that is at the end of this week. Okay. All right. Because that's when all the energies are like under Scorpio, like really, really deeply under Scorpio. And Scorpio is very, very about healing on an incredibly deep level and getting in there and purging out things that aren't working. Okay. And then we have Ametrine. Ametrine is balancing your energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. And then we have Progress, Not Perfection with Appetite. Okay. Appetite. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus on how far you've come and all that you've learned. This is a moment for you to celebrate, Bree. You need to be celebrating how far you've come. You need to be congratulating yourself instead of being all Debbie Downer and I'm not there yet. And well, so-and-so made it to this point when they were, half my age or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Stop that. Stop that. Okay. You're you. You get there when you get there. Okay. All right. Now, let's have a look with Miss Jenny. Yep. All right. Yes. Oh, Miss Jenny Smith. Oh, my goodness sakes. Okay. Are y'all ready to be happy for Miss Jenny? Okay. All right. So, Jenny, honey, we've got passion and purpose with Rubellite. Okay. Your enthusiasm gives energy and motivation to work on all meaningful projects that are dear to your heart. Now, the things that you've been working toward, both medically, financially, legally, all that stuff, okay? Your enthusiasm gives energy and motivation to work on these meaningful projects that are dear to your heart, okay? Followed by citrine, which is unnecessary worry. There's that light bulb. I literally see it went on, just like ding, okay. So release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Citrine is unnecessary worries. Okay. And then we've got Dolomite, which is stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is depending on you keeping a positive mindset. Okay. And then we've got Amber, which is give it to God. Take a deep breath and on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. They are asking you for it, Jen. Okay, they're asking you for it at this point. You know what that means? That means that you're ready. That means you're ready when they're saying, okay, baby, you're good. Come on, give it to me now. When they're doing that, that is a huge indicator that you have made it and that you are ready. Okay? All right. Like I said, everybody be happy for Miss Jenny. All right? All right. And where are we headed with Miss Mary? Okay. Yeah. Sure, I can do that. For those that have never seen this show before, the angels talk to me and I do talk back to them. I feel it's rude if I don't say something, okay? All right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. She most certainly is very, very fortunate. And Miss Jenny, I know it doesn't feel like it right now. I know that. Okay. The energies they're bearing down on folks right now. Okay. There's a lot of purging that needs to happen. But part of that purge for you is for you to just release it and give it to the angels and God and let them take it. Okay. They're ready for it now. They're ready for it. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Thank you. All right, Miss Mary, here we go. Not that we all didn't know this anyhow. It's no surprise to me. We've got divine life purpose. Trust the signs in your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. And then we have turquoise. That was aquamarine, by the way. I'm so sorry. Aquamarine. Yes, believe to receive. Laura, welcome back. So happy you're here. Okay, so we've got divine life purpose, which is aquamarine, and then we got turquoise. All right, so turquoise, your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So we've got aquamarine with a divine life purpose. Now we're on the spiritual path with turquoise. Then we're going to make a pit stop with amethyst. And amethyst is revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. I can't make it up, darling. Okay. And then we've got Chaurite. Chaurite, which is spiritual protection. You're being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. That's what we call protected and divinely directed, Miss Mary. I think that's what that is. All right. And I've got the aquamarine, turquoise, amethyst, and chaurite. So if you want to break out those crystals, if you have them, that would probably be helpful. Probably, Miss Mary. They just know, been clinging to my amethyst. I do that. I do that a lot. I have my pocket angel, and I have my stones that I take to work with me. Y'all know I work in a call center, and when folks start to get downtrodden, they ask me to break those out. So. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, Miss Mary, they're mentioning kyanite too, if you have that. Take time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. There we go. Oh, honey, you are so welcome, Bree. You're both so welcome. So welcome. I am blessed to be able to do this for you guys. Seriously. I love it. I absolutely love it. Um, it allows me to commune and talk to the angels with y'all and get you answers that you desperately need or are just curious about. So it makes me very happy. You are so welcome. Okay. Yes, and if you don't have kyanite, I highly recommend that you get some. Um, that one seems to float around quite a bit at my job. And I've also got a lot of jasper. Like I said, if there's any loud vehicle that just decides to go through at that moment. But I do have a lot of jasper. I've got a few other things. And my angel, this one right here, is my rose quartz angel. And I bring her with me almost everywhere I go. And I got to tell you, she is asked for the most at my job. So, and these are people that give you that whole, I don't believe in that stuff. You know what I mean? So, And sometimes we're not supposed to push that envelope. You know, we're just supposed to say, okay, all right, that's fine. And just wait for them to come, you know, knocking on your door at 3 in the morning. Yes, that has happened. Okay, so we are going to do our second general reading. We're going to do our second general reading. And if the first one just really didn't, you know, click with you, that's okay. That is okay. We are going to do the second general reading, and hopefully that one will. Okay? You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Okay, here we go. You have got to be kidding me. I've got the 10 of Pentacles as the current situation again. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I've got 10 of Pentacles for the current situation again. Justice is the crossing energy. I can't make this up, you guys. What do we got? Ace of Wands for the basis of the situation. Did everybody else's heart jump up here on them? I'm just checking. Okay. Because I was like, you've got to be kidding. Oh my goodness sakes. Okay. A lot of the same cards, though. I'm not going to lie to you. They're just in different spots. And then that final thought panel is a lot better looking to me. Okay. Here we go. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Okay. So, the very first card. Hi there. Yes. Yes, Mary. They basically, the powers that be, for those of you playing the home game, the powers that be have basically grabbed their proverbial soapbox and megaphone, and they want this to sink in. Okay. So the first general reading, the first two cards were exactly the same. So let's focus in on that. We got the 10 of Pentacles, which means everything feels like your ducks are in a row. Everything feels good, right? Good. So what I'm going to do right now, believe it or not, is I'm actually going to get up. I'm going to grab the guidebook for these, only because she words it a little differently. She words it a little differently, and I want to see how much differently she words it, because that may be why they're having, you know, the same cards pop out. That tends to happen. So let's pull up Justice, and let's pull up the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Ah, there we are. 10 of Pentacles. You're about to enter my territory, which is of gold and wealth. See my imposing crown? It embodies the state of accomplishment and completion that is finally mine after a very long journey. I fought hard, but now I can rest and enjoy my prosperity. I'm a queen at peace. I want my children and all my subjects to share my wealth. I want to be their provider. I want to give them a future of milk and honey. As for you, I predict that everything will work out in a wonderful way. You will meet success, and you, like me, will become a provider for all of your clan. Completion, abundance, wealth, accomplishment, family, enjoying and sharing the gold of success. That's the current situation. Wow. That is quite literally the energies that are surrounding us right now. It's that feeling of like the hearth and home, because we've, you know, we got the moon in Cancer. I mean, that's up and coming. So matter of fact, it moved into Cancer last night. So the moon focusing in Cancer, that's our emotional state, is focusing on the hearth and the home. That makes a lot of sense right now. Okay. I don't know why that didn't hit me earlier. Guess I'm just having one of those days. Either that or it just wasn't time for it to be said yet. We're going to go with that one. Okay. So now the crossing energy. The glow of fairness. In any decision, fairness and equality are to be looked for. With my scale, I make my judgment. With my sword, I render my verdict. So you have to learn the lessons from your past mistakes. I only believe in truth and justice. I want you to live according to them. Fairness, objectivity, fair judgment, searching for truth, sincerity of the heart and mind. So it's with all sincerity that we are putting all of our effort into this energy of hearth and home. Okay. All right. And then we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands. And thanks so much, guys. If you're just joining me and you want me to pull a card for you, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. After our general reading, I'll get to that for you. Okay. So the basis of this situation is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is all about brand new action, like that initial passion, spark. You want to move forward. You want to jump into things. Spark of creation, energy and inspiration, ideas and projects to devote to. So this is that initial spark for the hearth, home, everything coming together. Hi. Yes, Puzzle of Life. I will certainly pull a card for you. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that right now so I don't forget. Okay. And then once we get through our general reading, I will definitely pull that for you. Okay. Cool. All right, so the Ace of Wands, that's that initial spark that's moving things forward. And then we've got the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords, I am pulling this out of the book because, yeah. Yep, this is somebody is lying to you. Somebody, there we go, that's why. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So basically, this is you. This is justice falling on the rightful side. You have recently been taken advantage of. There's been a stab to the heart. There's been somebody working underhandedly, cheating you out of something, taking things, that kind of stuff, basically helping themselves to what doesn't belong to them. Okay? All right. And then crowning thought, we've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is that balance. It's also healing and forgiveness after someone has hurt you. So that's where we're going to lean right now, because the romantic relationship, nah, I'm not feeling that right now. What I'm getting is the healing of old wounds, that healing of that rift, because this is behind you. The Five of Swords is behind you, which means you've already been through that. This is a new experience, though. Okay. And then up and coming, we have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, it's very, basically they're saying that you need to forgive. You need to forgive this situation, because if you don't, you're going to go stagnant emotionally. And the Four of Cups is quite literally a state of depression. For those of you with seasonal depression, please listen up. Those of you with seasonal depression, self-care is ridiculously important. And having a plan of action before that seasonal depression sets in is very, 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 very important. Okay? A plan of action means that you have three people that answer every single time that you call, text, Facebook message, what have you. Okay? Even if it's to respond with like a silly picture or something. Okay, they respond. 3 people. Have those people in place. Okay? Those are your lifelines. All right? And the Four of Cups, they're talking about seasonal depression. They're literally saying, okay, this has happened. Yes, that's true. But we need to bring it back in. We need to forgive ourselves and that other person. We need to allow those rifts to be healed. Okay? Freaking stuff in Pisces right now. Anyway, but honestly, the Four of Cups is talking about seasonal depression, and that can be a real factor if this isn't purged out, if this hasn't been let go. Okay. And then the hopes and fears category, we've got the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is where you feel trapped in your own head. Again, depression. Okay. Current environmental influence. Current environmental influence, we have the Two of Swords, which is a deadlock. It feels like you can't move. It's like you're avoiding the problem. You're pretending that there is no problem. Okay, if you have a clinical diagnosis or not, if you know that you get depression, whether seasonal or on a regular basis, let's start doing self-care, shall we? Okay, this is them saying, pay attention. We need to focus in. They're literally throwing you a lifeline right now. Okay, all right. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is what's best for you. And what's best for you is studying. It's learning everything there is to know about a certain skill. It's moving forward in the knowledge that you currently have. It's applying that knowledge to your everyday life, and it's moving forward. Okay? And 8 is always a loss or a lesson. In this case, it's a lesson. In this one, it's a loss. Okay? 8 of Swords is a loss. It's a loss of mobility due to depression, being stuck in your own head. Okay, anxiety, crippling anxiety, right here. And for those playing the home game, if you don't know this already, anxiety and depression are typically comorbid. They kind of exist together. Okay, all right. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, and then Two of Pentacles is our up and coming. This is our final outcome, and this is restoring balance. This is restoring balance, understanding that there has to be both ebb and flow, understanding that balance can be restored. Okay, but it also means to not take life so seriously, to laugh at it, okay, to laugh at the situation, and to move forward, to have a sense of humor. Okay, all right. All right, and I don't mean to get after folks. I just, if they tell me, make sure that you get this point across, that seasonal depression is a real thing, and that it's a real problem for a lot of people. This needs to be curbed right now. And I wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that there is help out there. Okay. Okay. All right. And Puzzle of Life. Puzzle of Life. Here you go. This is a postcard from Spirit. I absolutely love these. These are from Colette Baron Reid. And I absolutely love these. These are postcards from the other side. Okay. So, Puzzle of Life, here we go. Dearest you, there is only one you, and you have a very unique place in this universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic. This means that you be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others want you to be or what they expect of you. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are. Be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a very powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic or take it away. When you place authenticity and originality very high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Loving you always and forever. Love us. There we are. That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. And you are being called to authenticity. You are being called to authenticity. You have, if you're anything other than yourself, the things that you're wanting to accomplish are not going to happen. Not the way you want them to. Okay? And I'm being told right now that you are most certainly a manifesting master. Okay? You are so very welcome, sweetheart. You are so very welcome. And, you are a manifesting master. If you stay who you are, then that allows you to speak things that be not as though they are. Okay. Yes. All right, guys. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming out today and sharing a little time with me. I really do appreciate that. I will be back tomorrow. It's not a live show, but tomorrow is our weekly Outlook video, and we're going to do a weekly outlook of what to expect in the energetic forecast for the week. Okay. It's not a weather report, but it's astrological weather, kind of, planetary weather. So we're going to do that. And then Thursday is the pick a card video. And Thursday is a live show, but I lay out several piles of cards, and then you pick the one you want. And that one is the one that gets read for you. So I'll be back on Monday and then again on Thursday. And Sunday is our live show where you get to ask the archangels your questions live. And thank you guys so much again for joining me. I'll see you right back here tomorrow evening. Bye-bye.